What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting patiently, anxiously for me to fly this one. It's been very windy out and all, but I won't deprive you guys anymore. It's still windy. As you can see, the flag up there still blowing, but we out here with the HJ Toys Q-Fly. So let's get this thing up in the air. So it does have altitude hold. See, we're in low rates now. Let's see, there's buttons on the rear too. Check out these buttons on the rear. And the wind's blowing it back towards me. And you got a car coming. Okay, so let's see if we can get this thing in high reach. I don't see it. Oh, the speed button is here. We're on low rates right now. Let's check the yaw rate. Seems like it needs a little trim. It comes towards me when I test the yaw, as you can see. But the yaw rate on low is very slow. This is your pitch. This is the roll here. We're on mid rates now. Check the yaw. Pretty slow yaw still. And the pitch gets deeper. But it seems like it loses altitude. Let's see if there's a third rate. Nope. Just those two rates. Let's see. You can turn the lights on and off. We can't see the lights now anyhow though. And let's just fly it around, see how sporty it gets. Wow, it gets kind of sporty. Man, this thing flies nice. Climbing on me though. Let's bring it back down. Man, it takes a long time for this thing to come back down. Oh, and it's landing. I guess I was holding it down too long. So let's try to bring it back up. Oh, it's acting weird on me. Okay, I turned it off. Let's see if we can get it back in the air. Yep, I don't know what was going on with it there. As you can see, this thing gets sporty. But the one problem with it is, it's floaty, very floaty. I guess that's because of how light it is. And it's a little windy out here, so the wind is playing a big part in that too, but it seems like it's kind of hard to bring it down when it's windy. So let's bring it down some more again. It's coming down now, not having much of a problem with it coming down now. Check this thing out. This thing is a fast flyer. I'm scared to test the range because these altitude hold quads tend to start going up in the air and fly away on you when it gets out of range. So I'm not going to try that. Some people like to turn the transmitter off while it's on close by, but that doesn't really, it's not really the same as a flyaway because reacts different. These quads react different to when you have full throttle up and you turn off the transmitter, and when you don't. When you have it like on low throttle, it's a little different. So there's a one button unlocking of the motors on here. Well, one thing I can say about it is when it tends to climb in wind, and when it's climbing, when you're bringing it down, constantly holding down on the throttle brings it down. It actually puts it in land mode. But I'm happy to say that this thing doesn't just fall out of the sky when it lands. It comes down slow. So that's good, that it doesn't just fall out of the sky on you. And when it comes down for a landing, you can't just take off again. You have to stop the motors and then raise throttle again. Pretty wide funnels from it here. I was trying to do a funnel there. Every time it climbs up, I have to pull down on the stick, and then it goes into auto land mode. So it's trying to land on me. And the wind's stopping it from landing now. Oh, I guess I didn't go all the way into auto land mode, because it is, oh, it's still going down. So yeah, once you go into land mode, once you start pulling down on it for this quad to land, and it decides that it's going to land, it's not much you can do to stop it from landing. It'll keep trying to land. So you have to stop, you have to wait for it to land and then stop the motors. It looks like you might have either turned it off. Yeah, it was turned off, and it looks like I lost an LED cover. It tends to fall off, so I might have just left it in the house. See if we can get it back in the air again. Okay, there's a headless mode on here. Let's try that real quick. Not a big fan of headless mode, but let's hit the switch and see what happens. It's in headless mode. It's not acting pretty. It's not acting nice in headless mode. I think the orientation was correct, but it wasn't giving me enough pitch to actually fly. Oh, wait a minute, I'm still in low rate. Okay, let's try headless mode again. We're in headless mode now. Okay, so headless mode is working. Yeah, headless is working fine. Seems like the pitch is limited on it though, in headless mode a little. Let's come out of headless mode. It is a dedicated switch here for headless mode, and there's a dedicated switch for auto return. Let's hit that really quick. It just flies backwards down the heading, and you can't stop it from flying backwards down the heading until you hit the switch back up. So keep that in mind. Flies nice though. I like how fast it is. The pitch on it is nice, I can say, and the controls feel nice. These sticks aren't bad at all. It's just the altitude hold. I wish it didn't have altitude hold always on. I wish there was a way you can turn altitude hold off on these things. Often they might ruin a perfect sporty flyer for altitude hold, and then you can't turn the feature off. So we got flashing lights, so it's time to land. No, there's a motor stop button, but I don't want to hit it while it's in the air. So let's try to come down and land. Okay, so that's it. It's the HJ Toys Q-Fly. Favorites for a lot of you guys, I know. Thanks for watching.